Hey guys, I am back to announce that I'm going to be participating in another readathon because I'm crazy and I'm addicted to them. So this one's a little bit different because this is not a... Most of the readathons that I've participated in have been like manga specific or graphic novel specific readathons. So they're readathons specifically... Why is this crooked? Oh goodness. Sorry. So they've been specifically created by people from the manga community or the graphic novel community, and specifically focusing on those. Now this is one that's actually being hosted by booktubers. So these are all people that are just all going to be reading like books for these prompts. But this is Lindsay and I don't do that. Well, I don't read that many books. Let's just caveat that. So we're going to do a manga style. So I am going to be participating in the Spookathon Reading Challenge, which is taking place from October 15th through the 21st of this month. It is being curated by Bookerly, BooksandLala, and Peter Likes Books. And I will put all their channels down below for anyone who is interested in participating in this. They do also have a Twitter, which I just think is Spookathon. So I decided why not. I really like readathons. I've actually read like pretty much all the manga that I had on my TBR to begin with. So I'm kind of down some manga for reading the rest of this October. So I was like, okay. And I threw a book in there. Ooh. Yeah. So there are 5 prompts for this. So I'm going to tell you guys the prompts, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to read. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun because, yeah, you know, readathons. I'm addicted. So the first prompt is to read a thriller. So this is like the big prompt. The ladies who created this, Peter Likes Books is co-hosting, but he did not create it. There were 3 ladies, and one of them had a baby. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry. So she's not being able to host it this time. So Peter Likes Books said he would host with them. So the big thing was that this was to basically read like spooky books for October. Granted, most of these aren't spooky at all because I just don't have spooky manga. But I, thought it would be fun regardless. So the first one is to read a thriller. This is the only book I have. This is the Amityville Horror. I am obsessed with ghosts. This is like really, really old. Let's see if I can find a date. 1977. So yeah. But I figured this would be fun. I do very much, like I bought this like forever ago and I just never read it because I'm terrible about reading books. But I've seen I think like 2 different versions of the movie. So I've seen that, and I just figured now is the time to read it. And it's not like a ridiculously big book. So I figure maybe it's something that I can handle. We'll see, because I'm terrible about reading books. It's like 300 pages. But it's not exactly like tiny, tiny font. So there's that. The next one is to read a book with purple on the cover. It was hard to find manga with purple on the cover. Let me tell you, I was going through my TBR and I was like, why do none of you have purple? But then I finally found one. So I'm going to read the 2nd volume of Princess Jellyfish with all the purple on the bottom and pink, but there's the purple. So I've read the 1st volume. I have still not continued on with Princess Jellyfish. I really need to continue on with Princess Jellyfish. I guess it's because it's so big and like intimidating me, so I just like never kept going with it. But it is from Kodansha, and I don't have all of it. So in theory, the best bet would be to get the rest of this from this Kodansha sale, because that's like the best price you can get this stuff. So, but I want to read some more of it before I'm like, hey, let's buy a boatload more. So that is my book that I'm going to read for purple on the cover. The 3rd is to read a book not set in the current time period. So I went through my manga, and I found the 1st volume of Astra, Lost in Space. which takes place in 2063. So definitely not this time period, so it works. But I got this randomly because it just sounded fun. I only got the first volume, so I was like, oh, well, I'll read it, and then I'll get more if I like it. So the next one is to read a book with a spooky word in the title. So I decided to go for A Terrified Teacher at Ghoul School, because terrified is spooky and ghoul is spooky. So I figured, and the cover is frankly spooky. So I figured this one works perfectly. And if I really get into this one and have some extra time, we'll see. I've got the other 3 volumes of it. I could tack it on there too as well. So this is my book for spooky word in the title. And then the last one is to read a book with pictures in it, which made me kind of laugh because most of mine all have pictures in it because I'm reading manga. So I was just like, okay, I mean, obviously I'm just going to pick another manga for this, but then I was like, what manga could I pick that, you know, maybe is longer, just because I know, like, reading manga, you know, it doesn't take as long as obviously reading books, and a lot of people are, you know, reading books. So I was like, okay, I'll just find another one of the longer volumes of manga that I have, like the 2-in-1s or the 3-in-1s or whatever. So I just decided, because I bought this one, the second one is already out, and I haven't ordered it yet because I wanted to at least read this first one, was I'm going to read the first collection of Carrot Cafe. So it's got some phenomenally gorgeous art. So, and obviously pictures, because you know it's manga. But it just looks so pretty. So, and it's huge. I don't know if this is I feel like this might be a 3-in-1. I'm not sure exactly. But if I read it and like it, which I think I will, I could grab the second volume, which is already out. Oh, okay, it's only 3, so that works. So I think this is actually, yeah, so this is 3 volumes in one, because they give you the covers. There's the cover for the first one, the second one, and the third one. So, okay, so that's 3 volumes, so I figured that's a pretty nice chunk. So that is the book that I'm just going to read with pictures in it, because, well, most of them all have pictures in it, except Amityville Horror doesn't have any pictures in it, so that's kind of funny. But anyways, that is it. That is my TBR for Spookathon 2018. I'm just looking forward to it. You know, I love reading manga. So I was just like, okay, I'll just the readathons make me read manga. So, and then I'm obviously participating. I'm going to do the 24-hour one that Manga Hoarder's doing in November. I haven't heard much about the one, so I'm not sure if they're still doing it. I'll have to ask their Twitter if they start planning on doing the one that they've got set up for November, the manga, another manga one on Twitter, so I'll have to ask them. And then Bizarre Individuals one in December. So, yeah. And then I might find some more, because why not? Because readathons are fun. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of the books that I'm going to be reading for Spookathon 2018. I will see you guys later for the next video. Everyone have a very good rest of the day.